Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Sylvie, and today I wanted to talk to you about self-care. Self-care is something we hear a lot and more nowadays as self-development is becoming mainstream, which is a really good thing. But at the same time, I feel and I also see that people are often either skipping steps, wanted immediate results, and others don't really know how to implement things in their life on a daily basis to actually create a change and setting up a new habit. I have had several burnouts in my life, so I had to learn the hard way to take care of myself. And I'm still learning. I mean, it's one of the things you need to allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them and continue growing. Everyone is a work in progress. Everyone who is a human being is a work in progress. And I'm also a therapist, so what I do is I learn a tool that I apply to myself, and then I learn how to use it and when I know how to use it, I teach it to other people. So I have now a large variety of tools in my box, and in this video I want to share a few simple things that you can implement in your life to really take care of yourself first. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then I'm going to go through the questions in details. The first thing to take care of yourself is to know yourself, know your limits, know your beliefs, know who you are, what you want, and things like that. So my 3 questions for you are: do you consider yourself a giver or a helper? The second question is: are you always busy or almost always busy? And the third question is: are you always trying to please people? Are you a people pleaser? So I'm going to go through the questions in detail. First question is: are you a giver? Do you consider yourself a helper? So it can be as a mom, you're giving to your kids, to your family. In the job, maybe you're giving a lot to your work colleagues, or it can be with your friends. You're always giving advice, giving your time for other people, these kind of things. I consider myself being a giver. I had to learn how to receive. Of course, I'm a therapist, so I love supporting people. I love helping people. I love, seeing how people can take care of their life and change. And I love supporting that process. But for a long time, I was overdoing it in my profession, but also in my life with my friends, with people I would meet. They would tell me their problems, and I immediately wanted to solve the problems for them. But if you think about it, it's actually not helping people. People who need your help will ask. If you want to help people, then you can ask them, would you like me to help you? If they don't ask, then don't offer, because you're not actually helping. You're making people dependent on something. And also, once I was in a position where somebody actually offered me help for something I had not asked for and I didn't want. And it made me really feel powerless. And I was like, wow, this person doesn't have faith in me at all. So the intention was good, and when you want to help people, of course there is a good intention behind it. But if you think about it, are you really doing something good when doing that? And why are you doing it? Is it really for them, or is it to make yourself feel better? So just question a little bit. If you're a giver, question a little bit what you are doing, and try to empower people instead of helping them. And the other thing is, if you're a giver, then you know how to give. So what you can do is learn how to give to yourself. So I'll show you something. For instance, this morning I went to the supermarket and I saw these flowers, and I was like, wow, they were beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna get one for myself, and I'm so so happy. So it's little things, right? Other things that you can do is really set the intention to give to yourself first. And why is this important? Because especially if you're a giver, giving your time, your advice, your skills, to other people, you need to feel charged, like energetically. You need to have something to give. And if you're tired or empty, what you're going to give is not going to be good quality. So you need to charge yourself, fill yourself with good stuff, so that when you give, you actually give good things. So what I've done in the past few months is change my routine, my daily life. I used to start the day by, checking emails, answering things, and then do maybe a bit of meditation and stuff like that. But I would, jump into work right away. I'm an entrepreneur, so one of the things I've been struggling with is setting boundaries. Because you can, if you want, you can always work when you're an entrepreneur. There is always something to do. So now what I do is when I get up, I do something for me first. So it can last 5 minutes or 3 hours, really depends, until it depends on how long it takes for me to get charged and feel good and feel like, I can actually go out there and give something to the world. So I don't like routine, so every day for me is different. Sometimes I will just set an intention, sometimes I will do a visualization, other times I will just, dance to get some energy, or jump around, do some yoga, go cycling, just go have breakfast outside. It doesn't matter, but I start the day by taking care of me and giving something to myself. And I know life is not always easy. It's not always easy to put something first in the morning for you, and maybe you're tired, you want to get up even 5 minutes earlier because you really enjoy sleeping, and that's fine. So what I would ask you to do, or advise you to do if you want to try it, is first thing you do is you set a time in your day or in your week where you are going to actually do that, give something to yourself. And just by writing it down, put it in your calendar with the intention, I swear to you, the energy of your day will be different, because by just writing, okay, at 3 o'clock, I'm going to take a 5-minute break, breathe, or go near the lake, or do whatever for me. Or on Saturday morning, I'm going to take 2 hours and, go to my yoga class, or go cycling, or take a break from my kids. By just writing that down somewhere, you're already setting out the intention, the vibration, and you will feel better. All right, so try it. So that was for the first thing, are you a giver? Second question is, are you always busy? Busy. We hear this all the time. Oh, but I'm so busy, I can't, I'm busy. It seems like nowadays, a lot of people think that being busy is so cool. And I used to be like that, and I know that some people still think I'm like that, but I'm not. I mean, I really had to work hard on this, because for me, if I didn't have something in my calendar, then there was void, and I was starting to panic, and am I gonna, I'm gonna be alone with myself, or I'm gonna be bored, well, it's actually the opposite, right? When you're always busy, there is no room for yourself. There is no room for spontaneity, and spontaneity sometimes it can bring amazing things to your life. So yeah, let me tell you this: doing nothing is cool. Being busy, not so cool. And being, if you're afraid of being alone with yourself, then it means there is some work that you need to do on yourself, because guess what? You're the person you're spending 24 hours with, 7 days a week. So if you don't enjoy your own company, then who will? So find time to be with yourself, to regenerate, to rest. Allow yourself to do nothing for a few minutes, a few hours, to make room for spontaneity. And you will really recharge and regenerate. And I know it's hard, because you feel like, if I'm doing less, I'm being less productive, and I have so many things to do. But actually, it's the opposite. By taking the time to do nothing, you recharge, and you become more creative, and you find solutions. And when you actually get to what you have to do, you are so much more efficient and much more productive, and you open the door for possibilities that you would never have thought about before. So one tip I can give you that worked for me is, I actually, because I was afraid, of this empty calendar, I would put in my calendar like 2 hours or 1 hour, or even a whole day or afternoon, and in it I would write down void, or do nothing, time for me. And I would keep it there in my agenda, so when somebody would ask me, like, can we meet on that day, I would say no. But I could say maybe I'm busy, but I would say no, I can't. I just can't, and because I know I wanted to save that time for me. So writing it down for me is what actually helped me to implement the change. So try it and let me know how it goes. Okay, so what's the second question? Third question is, are you a people pleaser? Okay, for me, when people ask me this first, it's hard to hear. Oh, trying to please people all the time. But if I look at it, it was true. I was trying to make everyone happy. I felt responsible for other people's happiness. Because of course you feel better also when everybody else is happy. But guess what? You cannot make people happy. They have to make the decision that they want to be happy. You can support them. You can try to help a little bit, but then you're not going to make everyone happy. The only person's happiness you're responsible for is yours. You are responsible for your happiness, and you're in charge of your life and your happiness. So I would say, ask yourself, why are you trying to make everyone happy? Because you want them to love you, or what is behind this? So I'll give you an example. For instance, if some friends invite you over for dinner, and you want to say no because either you don't want to go, there are people there you don't want to see, or you just want to stay home and read a book, but you actually say yes. Are you really going to make them happy? No. You know why? Because you will go there, but you won't be in the mood for it. And even if you pretend and you smile and you're funny and stuff, people will feel it. And you will feel it too. So they won't be happy and you won't be happy. So really, try to stop making everyone happy and think about you. And no, it's not selfish, because then when you will actually see these friends, you'll be in such a great vibration, and even if you see less of them, the quality of the connection will be so much better. So my advice to try would be, if you are often, saying yes, like really spontaneously. I mean, for me, it was really like I would always say yes because I'm interested in so many things and I love trying different things and seeing different people. So my first instinct would be to say yes. So I had to, work on this and realize, okay, maybe I can say maybe if I can't say no, or maybe I'll say, okay, I'll think about it. I'll get back to you tomorrow, and then I can postpone the decision. And also allow yourself to change your mind. If you committed to something, you can also change your mind. You're allowed to do that for your own happiness. So it can also be something you write down as an alarm, in your phone or calendar, saying how many times am I saying yes today? How many times I'm saying yes to me? By saying no to other people, you're actually saying yes to yourself, and you are the most important person in your life. And for all of these things that I've given you as tips, allow yourself also to get it wrong sometimes, to fail and try again. Changing a habit takes time. So I would recommend at the end of the day, find 5 minutes to see how your day went, what things you managed to implement and what thing you didn't, and then on the next day, try again. Every day is a new opportunity to change and to take care of yourself. So try it and let me know how it goes. Thank you.